Welcome back, trainers, and I'm very excited to be bringing you this video here. We're going to be taking a look at Pangoro in the Ultra League. So it is going to be open, and we're going to be pairing it up with XL Talonflame and XL Alolan Ninetales. So this is a very weak Pokemon to very specifically Charm. You're going to be going down quick. It's going to be similar to Scrafty, the Dark and Fighting type, both of those weak to Fairy. Also going to be weak to Bug and Fighting. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for this thing to maneuver around some situations here, seeing that it is not the tankiest Pokemon around. Now, what it has going for it is its quick move is going to be able to charge pretty quick. As you can see, we do have Snarl and then Foul Play. Close Combat, you're going to be getting stabbed from all of this. So these are the moves that we're going to be running here. And it's going to be a pretty difficult run. I'm going to tell you straight up right now, I found it a little hard to use, but we're still going to make it happen. Alolan Ninetales is going to be taking the spotlight like it usually does. And then the Talonflame XL, you already know, it's pretty good. So Pangoro is one of these designs for Pokemon that I'm absolutely in love with. It looks awesome. I mean, it's all around cool. I like the fact that you can't necessarily like see its eyes. It's just kind of like black. I really enjoy that little detail that they did add to it. So we're going to go ahead and get into the commentary here. If you do enjoy my videos, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help me out quite a bit, and it's free. So let's go ahead and see what we have going on here. Just spamming this Night Slash, in which you can get the boost up against the Gyarados here. We're able to get to another charge, so we're going to go ahead and shield this up. Aqua Tail coming in. As you can see, the Dragon Breath is eating away, but it is Dragon Breath after all. It always does a ton of damage. So we're both simultaneously switching at the same time. They're going into their Clefable, and I'm bringing in my Talonflame, in which we're going to be able to resist that charm. So great. Unfortunately, not able to hit that Flame Charge before they're able to get to their charge move. It is a Moonblast, which is perfectly fine. And now we're vamped up. I mean, there's no more shields. Yeah, it's pretty much a GG. And taking out that Gyarados, looking good. All right, let's see what we have going on up against this Legend here. We're going to be met with a Gramble. Perfect. Okay, so we have the Charm user up front. Pangoro does not want anything to do with that thing, so this is a good matchup. We're going to be able to spam this Weather Ball at an extreme rate. If we so choose to go for the Dazzling Gleam, well, that's going to be getting stabbed and doing quite a bit of damage as well. But I just feel more comfortable throwing these Weather Balls at this time. They're going for the Crunch, not very effective. I wasn't going to take the chance on whether it was going to be a close combat, because that would do quite a bit of damage, seeing that we are part Ice type. Even though we are Fairy, it is still going to be doing quite a bit. Going for another Weather Ball. We did get both of the shields out of them. They're going to be farming us down. That's perfectly fine. As much as I wanted to go in here with Pangoro and farm down, I don't think that was the right call. They're bringing in a Giratina here, folks. So I do believe that this Legend here is using a double Charm team with a Giratina. We're swapping, and they're bringing in, there it is, Togekiss, and down goes Pangoro. Do you see what I'm talking about? I mean, this is just... it's so deadly. You got to be extremely cautious using Pangoro. And yeah, you don't want to use it in the Great League. Simple as that. The one we saw in the beginning was actually going to be my better IV one that I'm going to make for the Master League, and maybe potentially XL it if I don't get a better one. We'll look forward to that, I suppose. But it's still going to be a very risky thing using it even in the Master League, even at an XL. So we're taking out that Legend with Double Charm and Giratina, looking good. Into the next battle, we're met with a Cresselia lead here up against another Legend. All right, so here's the sad part. Again, about Pangoro. Going up against Cresselia seems like a very good thing, right? Yeah, because, well, you're Dark type. You're doing some super effective damage. But here's the thing. Moonblast will absolutely annihilate you because, well, it's super effective because of the Dark and Fighting. So it's a weird Pokemon. It's like a Scrafty. Now, if you're thinking, well, what about Scrafty itself? Do you want to just use one of those instead of the Pangoro? I'm going to have to say they play different positions. Pangoro, very squishy, but it hits like a truck. Scrafty can take the hits better. It's going to have that extreme weakness to Charm. Fairy, all right? You know what I mean whenever I say Charm. It basically means Fairy, right? Well, what Fairy charge moves are you looking out for? Moonblast, yeah, I guess. But for the most part, it's that quick move. So, very risky Pokemon to use. Anyways, they're bringing in that Obstagoon. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Talonflame here. Now, we could charge up to 2 close combats on the Pangoro, but we're taking a lot of damage from the counter. So it's just like all bad over here. Very commonly used moves that are going to be super effective against it. So you better come in with 2 Pokemon that can protect it. So that's why we do have that Talonflame more so protecting it more than anything than the Ninetales, right? So we're going to be able to take them down with the Night Slash. In comes the Obstagoon here. Now, I don't remember if I shield this. Okay, we just let it go. We're able to survive. We get to the close combat, but we're not able to actually get it off. Gosh, this thing is just too squishy. And we're going to go ahead and shield up that Night Slash here. And we need to get to 2 flame charges. This is close. They have another Night Slash. We're going to be barely able to survive. All right, this is going to go through. We will survive, get off another flame charge, not overtap, because if we overtap, we will probably lose. And here we go, taking the win with a flame charge on that Obstagoon. Let's get it. Like I said, Talonflame and Alolan Ninetales XL are going to be taking the spotlight from the Pangoro just a little bit. All right, next battle, we're met with another Obstagoon lead here. This is fantastic for us. Obviously, if they charge up to a gung shot, it's going to be quite obvious that it's happening, so we'll shield that up if that's the case. But they're going to be getting off a cross chop and swapping into their Talonflame. We're going to go ahead and throw the Weather Ball, seeing that it does a decent amount of damage, building up to another one, and then retreating into our Talonflame here. Now, Pangoro, I mean, we would do damage up against the Talonflame. We obviously have to look out for Brave Bird, but then again, Brave Bird is strong against up against most things, right? Unless you're rock or steel. But it's too squishy. The flame charges are still going to be doing a ton of damage, so this is just a better matchup for me to just go in here with the Talonflame itself. And we're going to be able to almost farm down. I think we may show letting it go through. It's a break. Oh, taking us out. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Going in here with the Ninetales and getting them out of here with a Powdered Snow that we didn't even see. Going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam. My phone connects to the screen and makes me not get the KO completely. You gotta love it, folks. My TV is super annoying. I'm trying to figure out how to turn that stupid option off where it connects to it. I wasn't even anywhere near it. Anyways, we're Powder Snowing down, and we're just going to start throwing these Weather Balls here. We got the Pangoro in the back, and it's a Gengar. Oh boy, oh boy. Finally, we have something good to match up with here. The next thing you know, they're going to be hitting us with a Focus Blast, so we're going to go ahead and shield up whatever they throw at us here. Just because. We got to play it safe. It's a Shadow Ball. Okay, yeah, not very effective. And we're just going to go for another Night Slash. You see this? Do you see this gameplay, folks? Pangoro is kicking everybody's butt. Look at that. Putting that Gengar right in its place. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of Pangoro. Thing's amazing. But man, oh man, it was difficult to run today. All right, so for the next match, we're met with a Swampert here. This is great for us. See, that is not going to be matched up with our Talonflame. That's all we need to worry about. Already getting a shield out of them, but they're farming up quite a bit of energy. Going for a Hydro Cannon, and we're going to go ahead and throw another Weather Ball here. Do believe we'll shield up the next one, and I actually may want to double shield this Ninetales here. Unless we can get them down pretty low without any energy, and we can bring in our Talonflame and just farm them down, or maybe even the Pangoro, farm them down with that, but a little risky on that end, seeing that if they get a Hydro Cannon through, well, good night, sleep tight, Pangoro. So they're going to go ahead and go for another Hydro Cannon. We are actually not using both of our shields, and hey, we're bringing in that big boy here, and I think we're not going to use our shield. We can't quite give it up yet. They're going to be swapping into an Abomasnow, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Talonflame here. That thing farms up quick. It is Shadow, sure, it's taking a lot of damage, but it's still a very risky situation. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge here. They're letting it go because they have no more shields. We're taking them out. In comes that Swampert, and we're able to actually get to the Flame Charge. I can't believe that. That's incredible. So we're able to take them out here. What do they have in the back? It's going to be, oh, folks. Okay, you want to see something silly? All right, I did this because I want to see the Pangoro succeed. I want to actually have fun with it. We could have just went with the Brave Bird, bring him down to nothing, bring in the Pangoro, hit the charge move, GG's. But I wanted to see what it can do here, so we're going to go ahead and bring it in with not that much health. Okay, time to shine. Surviving the Dragon Claw. Not very effective. Shadow Claws are behind it, but are not going to be able to take us out. But there it does take us out. Okay, that was... I get it. It didn't have that much health, so... Oh boy, Pangoro, guys. There we go. Taking the win with the Talonflame at the end. All right. Okay, so I really thought I was going to lose that one because I tried to showcase it for a second. Next battle, we're met with a Clefable. They're going to be charging up some energy and swapping into their Empoleon. Now, I kind of choked here. I should have went with the Pangoro. We could charge up that close combat 2 times, and that will KO the Empoleon when it does get through, but unfortunately for me, I swapped into Talonflame, the genius that I am here. So here we go. definitely probably going to lose this. So they're going for another Hydro. We're shielding it up, getting another Flame Charge through. This will KO the Empoleon if they do decide to let it go. And they're going to be shielding it up. Both of us are shieldless, but they're able to farm us down here. This is not looking great. Bringing in the Pangoro and going for the Night Slash. We don't really want to go for close combat. It's not necessary. Taking out the Empoleon and getting the charge, but we're swapping because they're going to be bringing back that, you know, Clefable with Charm, and we need to get the heck out of there. Bringing in a Charizard. We have energy built up here. Neutral damage. Ninetales, come on, let's get it. And we're able to get to a third one. Are you kidding me? I don't think we're going to be able to win this, though, folks. It's not looking too hot here. So we're, so stinking close to the Weather Ball, but it doesn't really matter. This was a GG a while ago. Moonblast, and that was enough to take out probably like 7 Pangoros. Okay, good game. Moving on to our next opponent, we have an Articuno. Okay, so Alolan XL Ninetales does not care about this thing at all. Ancient Power is not a threat. If it gets the boost, you know, obviously that's going to be bringing some trouble down the way here, but that's not the case, not getting the boost. As you can see, super effective, but Ancient Power is really not that good of a move, so it's not doing too much. Also, not getting stabbed. While we're going to be dishing out the neutral Weather Balls and Powdered Snow, and this is looking pretty good for us. They're going for Icy Wind to lower our attack here while we're not shielding. We were going to let that Ancient Power go through anyways. What the plan was, if they happen to take us out first, we would just come in here with the Talonflame and farm, or maybe even the Pangoro, depending on the situation. So we've gotten a shield out of them. We're still holding on to 2. With a debuff, though, so that's fine. Bringing in the Cresselia here, and I'm really contemplating on what I should do. If I bring in the Talonflame, they're just going to swap. If I bring in the Pangoro, they're going to go for Moonblast. So what we're going to do is just hold our ground here, let them farm up, bring in the Talonflame, and just let them throw that possibly Future Sight. I do believe we're going to see something pretty silly here. I try to catch with the Pangoro. It may be this battle here. Okay, so Moonblast. And this isn't it. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge here. And still holding on to 2 shields. And I do believe we will shield this up because if there is a Charm User in the back, we need to have something on hand. But it is going to be a Giratina. So we're just going to go ahead and throw the Brave Bird and instantly swap into the Pangoro. So we're not going to play that stupid game that we did last time by just swapping without getting off the Brave Bird first. And we're going to get hit by a Dragon Claw, really not doing too much. We're farming up a bunch. It's really not necessary at this point, but I'm just having a little fun with it while it's out here because every time it is out, it's only for about, I don't know, 3 seconds before it just melts away from Charm, right? And don't even get me started on the Shadow Counter Machamp. Oh boy, that thing is just going to eliminate you in a second. So we're going to be able to get to another one. We have the shield, and I do believe we may want to farm it down. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It's the last Pokemon. Let's just hit the charge move. Who cares? Now, there is another Pokemon that can do similar things to this. And if you're thinking to yourself, Poke, why are you talking about Scrafty in the Ultra League? What about Obstagoon? It's not going to be the same typing, but it is going to kind of play the same kind of position. It's not getting stabbed from fighting, and it's not going to have a fighting move that's going to be doing as much, not even near as much, but a similar kind of concept. You have the counter, so that's going to be able to add up on top of the cross chops that you're going to be able to do as well. So technically, I don't want to advocate to say Pangoro is not great because that's not the case. This thing is freaking awesome. It's amazing. I played kind of scrubby today with it, and I'm still learning it. It's an interesting Pokemon to say the least, and I'm absolutely not giving up. Since we hit Legend, we don't care. We don't care what happens over here. If we lose, win. We're still going to try to make it happen and play with it and have a little fun with it and master it, right? So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and swap into our Ninetales after farming up a lot of energy on our Talonflame, going for the Weather Ball, building up a little bit more energy, and going for another one here, seeing that they released their energy. We don't have to worry about them throwing a charge move, taking down that Clefable, which we do not want to see. Actually, I mean, it doesn't really matter anymore because Pangoro is gone. And yes, I know I misplayed by bringing in the Pangoro into the Berserker. I should have brought Talonflame. Guys, like I said, I know, I get it. I misplayed today a few times, okay? We'll get a little bit better. Anyways, they're going to be shielding them up, swapping into our Talonflame. I'm not going to play any games here. Just going to go ahead and just take them out. Hit them with the combo breaker on the charge moves. Killer Instinct style. Let's go. All right, on to our next opponent. We're going to be met with the best lead that you could possibly get. Okay, Shadow. So they're instantly swapping, and we have a Kyogre, folks. look out. Here comes Kyogre. So shield this up. Surf is going to hurt. Waterfalls are adding up, as you can see here. But it's not like, oh, super squishy. Those waterfalls are doing a ton. Waterfall just hurts. Neutral. So we're going to go for the Night Slash so we do not lower our defense on those waterfalls that are really starting to add up. Letting it go through and we're taking them out, but at the cost of a shield. And we're going to go ahead and go for the close combat onto the Gramble because it's just a harder hitting move and that's our only option at that time. Not going to go for the other one. Bringing in Talonflame and they said, oh, I'm good. Good games, Poke. And they back up. Alrighty. Maybe they didn't say good game. Maybe they were pissed. Alright, so we're met with an Obstagoon here. And we just want to hold our ground. They're going to be retreating with a bunch of energy. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Talonflame. Now, why do I keep doing this? You probably already know. Talonflame is going to be able to resist the Moonblast as well as the potential Grass Knot. But I'm encountering more and more future sites. And I'm thinking the reason why is because of specifically the Talonflames. Alright, so I do something a little odd coming up here. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Moonblast because, well, we have a lot of energy built up. We don't really want to throw that away at this time. They have 2 shields left. We're going to go ahead and go for the Flame Charge again. No shield. Okay, very interesting. And I do believe we're going to double shield our Talonflame here because we have a decent matchup if we align them right. They're swapping into Obstagoon and I'm thinking, crap, I just wasted all my energy. But Cross Chop for some reason and we survive. Okay, but we don't hit Brave Bird. What? Alright, whatever, that's fine. We're just going to go ahead and throw in our Ninetales, go for the Dazzling Gleam and hope they let it go through. Oh, bingo, bango, wango. Alright, in comes a Charizard with Fire Spin, so super effective to our Ninetales here. Still have a Pangoro in the back, and they're holding on to 1 shield while we have 0. Getting to another Weather Ball here. Of course, once that Blast Burn gets through, it's over, but they can just go for a Dragon Claw at this point, or technically farm down. They're swapping, though, and we're going to farm down. We're not throwing energy. They were trying to catch. Ain't happening today, folks. We're going to pay attention, going for the Weather Ball, taking out the Charizard, and there you go. Ninetales, yet again, still in the spotlight from everything and everybody. Into the next battle, we're met with a Machamp, and this is an okay matchup. Shadow, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, I suppose, but they're going to be building up energy and swapping into a Charizard. And technically, with the Machamp's energy built up, that's not the best situation for me because super effective to Pangoro, and Rock Slide is going to be coming in quite a bit after they did build up that energy, and they throw it back in and farm up a little bit more. So we're just going to go ahead and swap into our Talonflame and let the Ninetales handle that later on. Dragon Breath is eating away, and we're going to go ahead and throw that Flame Charge, taking out the Charizard. Still 2 shields on both of our ends here, so it's getting a little close for them, but they still have a whole Lapras back there. So we're going to go ahead and build up to our Brave Bird and throw it, expecting them to shield up because we are boosted. Yep, there it goes. There's the shield, and we will be bringing in Pangoro. Can it do something for us, folks? Should have potentially built up to 2 close combats here. I do believe we're just going to let this Surf go through, build up to the first one, and then instantly throw it, which is going to lower our defense. You maybe want to go for 2 of those sometimes. They're going to be going for another Surf. We're not going to really shield up. We could have and then potentially just farm, but they have that Machamp back there, which Pangoro doesn't even want to see 1 counter, so we're just going to let it go down. Save both of the shields for the Ninetales and just wither it down by spam. Of course, they're going to be shielding this up. That's their last shield, and then we just go for Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, simple as that. Take the win. Looking good. Thank you, Ninetales. It's funny because every time I showcase something and they put Ninetales on the team, people are like, nah, this is the power of Ninetales, man, not the whatever is highlighted here. It almost seems like that's the case for this one. And we have just a beautiful lead. They're swapping into Swampert, and you know what we're going to do? We're going to just stay right here because this is great. Ninetales loves to see Swampert, and we can handle that Giratina with, you know who, Pangoro. Let's go. Or can we? Or it might be too classy, guys. It might not be able to take those Shadow Claws and Shadow Sneaks. We'll see. All right, so they're going to be using their shield there. I do believe we're going to double shield our Ninetales if we have to win this matchup. Simple as that. We had a good lead, and it's perfectly fine using 2 shields to keep that swap advantage, especially if you got a shield out of them as well. If they didn't give up both, don't worry about it. If the matchup with one of your Pokemon in the back is just perfect for, like, say, this Giratina with my Pangoro, then you're going to be perfectly fine. Well, maybe. We'll see how this works out. So we're going to be able to get that through. That's great. Getting another one through. Man, just doing a ton of damage. Are they going to shield it up? Nope. Whoa, okay. Letting it go. Sounds good to me. Dragon Claw, not very effective. Still one shield, no shields for us. Swapping into a Venusaur, going to instantly bring in our Talonflame here and, you know, take the win, basically. But it's not over till it's over, so let's see how this works out. But basically, even if they were able to actually take us out with 2 Sludge Bombs, which I don't think they're going to be able to, the Pangoro would have been able to come in and farm down because it would have been that low, you know, after this battle is over with. And I overfarm here like an idiot. I thought I was going to get taken out by Vine Whip, which is a pathetic thing if that was to happen. And in comes Giratina. Here comes Pangoro. Look out. Here we go. Look out, folks. The power of this thing. Watch this. And get out of here. Let's go. Do you want to use this thing? I don't know. Let that be your judgment, okay? I'm making this thing seem not like too good, right? It's all in good fun. I'm just teasing. Alright, so let's continue on here. After we catch this potentially better Pokemon to use than Pangoro, I'm just having fun. Pangoro is super fun, super awesome looking, and very interesting. As a matter of fact, I guess you could say it takes some skill to use, I suppose. So next battle, we're met with Sir Fetch, the old Sir Boy. And I don't mind this matchup at all. If we did have Psyshock, it would be a little bit of a better situation here, but we're going to go ahead and let that first Leaf Blade go through. Building up to Dazzling Gleam, and them knowing that we're going to be potentially baiting are going to let it go through. Yep, of course they do. Getting to another one while we had 2 ready to go. Expecting them to let it go through. And there we go. So at this point, they've used a shield. We're going to go ahead and use a shield, and you know what we're going to do? Farm them all the way down. Perfect, and have energy for whatever they do bring in here. Doesn't matter if it's not very effective. It is going to be an Obstagoon. As much as I would have loved to build up to that Dazzling Gleam, I don't think that's going to be a realistic thing to do here, although it looks like I could have. Wow. Bringing in the Talonflame because, well, Pangoro, again, is just weak to everything you're going to be seeing out here. And they're going for a Night Slash, not really doing too much while the counter is resisting. Talonflame is going to start getting vamped up here, and once it does, oh boy, let's go. They got the boost, I believe. They just got it. Yep. And they're shielding it up because they're like, no, I want to keep going with it, but I'm able to get to my charge move first. So say goodnight to your Obstagoon boosted. And that shield. Venusaur in the back, and that's a GG's. Looking good. Alrighty. Pangoro didn't do a damn thing. That Woo! If I haven't convinced you that this Pangoro is God tier yet, I don't know what is gonna. Anyways, for the next battle, we're met with a Cresselia. Okay, that's fine. That's alright. Future Sight. Okay, that's annoying. So we're going to go ahead and build up to our Dazzling Gleam here. Although, you know, Weather Ball spams are still going to be pretty good, but that's a nice chunk, expecting them to let it go. And look at, here we go. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Catching a Future Sight Moonblast to the face. Moonblast to the face. I bet you they were laughing their butts off so hard. Guys, that was going to take out a whole family of Pangoros in the forest, unfortunately. That's why they're gone extinct. That's why the pandas are extinct. They're just too weak to charm. Alright, lighthearted joking. I'm not trying to be all serious about that. Okay, anyways, with Pangoro out of the scene, it did something. It sacrificed itself. Oh my gosh, this is all. I was gonna back out. As soon as that happened, I almost hit the back out button. I was pissed. Yeah, I was definitely upset. So anyway, trying to recover this. They swap and they have a Honchkrow. I'm like, wait a minute. We can win this, but we have to catch. We have to give up our Talonflame. So we got a shield. Honchkrow is just squishy as heck. That's all you need to know. We just need to get a Weather Ball through. So building it up, getting to another one. They're going to be shielding this, of course, their last shield. But they're going to be able to spam fast too. So what we have to do is swap now. Oh boy, Ren. Let's go. Let's get it, folks. Hit that like button. Let's go. And using their energy, getting to a Weather Ball. Alrighty. Are we going to be able to take this win here? Taking out the Honchkrow, and then what? Bringing in the Cresselia, we're going to be able to get to the Weather Ball and take the win. Now, I'm just going to let you know. Yes, I understand. You can comment about this, but my voice quality is changing throughout the video. I'm working with the ghetto rig over here, folks. I do everything off my phone. If you don't know that already, yes, everything from the beginning until the present day. Everything, all my work. So the audio quality sometimes sucks. I don't know. It's just weird. I've tried all kinds of different things. You guys suggest things here and there. It's just the way it is. If you do have a stable way to make the audio smooth all the time, or a microphone specifically, let me know. I've bought in upwards of $200 mics to $10 mics, and they all pretty much sound the same on the phone. Anyways, we're going to be able to take out that Swampert at the expense of a shield, but we were able to farm down with energy here. Going to just throw that Weather Ball instantly onto the Cresselia. And we're going to go ahead and bring in Talonflame. Again, another one of those situations where it's just a little depressing, where you can't bring in your awesome fighting type, well, I mean, dark and fighting, up against a Cresselia, because, well, if it hits you with Moonblast, you can basically kiss it goodbye. So very risky Pokemon to use. High reward, not so much. High price to evolve, yes, so much. Anyway, we're getting off that flame charge. We're going to shield this up, thinking again, in case there's a fairy type in the back, and it is an Abomasnow. So I don't know if we're going to be able to win this one here. Swapping into our Pangoro to just absorb this here, knowing that we're going to have the Talonflame to potentially take this thing out. Getting to the Night Slash, and hopefully getting a shield out of them. All right, we need to get one more shield, but they're going to be able to get to their charge move first. Don't know if they have... Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one off here, folks. Yep, that's pretty much GG's. They're going to be able to take us out here. That's just the way it goes. An Abomasnow taking out a Talonflame is nothing new, but sometimes it kind of hurts when that happens with the Talonflame. Anyways, into the next battle, we're met with a Escavalier here. So this is fine. We could technically swap, but what? We're going to go into Talonflame, and they're going to absolutely have a counter to a fighter with a Escavalier lead, and then what? Go into the Pangoro to receive super effective counter damage. So unfortunately, we're just going to have to stay here. Fortunately, though, they're swapping into a Snorlax, and here we go. Pangoro, time to shine. Is it actually going to be able to do something here? Well, let's see. Going for superpower, I figured that's what was going to happen. But since we're dark, we're going to go ahead and let it go through, seeing we do resist the lick. But it is actually starting to do a lot of damage. Building up to 2 close combats. Let's see, can we get this one through? Absolutely. They didn't want to use 2 shields, and we still have 2 on our end. Holding on to pretty much no health, so they can't farm us down, and they have a Giratina. Oof, we're going to have to play around. Good thing we have a ton of energy built up on our Ninetales here. So, of course, we're just going to spam this thing, and they actually swap back into their Escavalier. We're going to go ahead and we'll have to get this off because we already tapped it. Swap into our Talonflame and farm them down. Unfortunately, they're going to be getting to a charge move. That's okay. That's okay because we still have 2 shields. And what we're going to do is just build up to pretty much 2 Brave Birds here. You can't get 2 stacked. You can get 2 in about 90% of the way. So we're going to just not even get to the 90%. Just go for the first one here. All right. And I think I actually screwed up. Yeah, I did. Well, we'll see. So go for the Dragon Claw, and yeah, here we go. That's why I screwed up. So what's going to happen here? I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. Why did I go for that first? Like, why did I drop my defense? Please tell me that this Ninetales is going to take them out. And we get them. Thank you, Ninetales. Again, the star of the show here is probably going to be Ninetales, like it usually is. Into the next battle, we're met with another Machamp. Okay, and we're just going to hold our ground here. They're building up a lot of energy. I don't expect Rock Slide, but I still want to shield this Cross Chop. And I do believe we're actually just going to double shield this Ninetales here. All right, we're getting a shield out of them, so I think that's going to be pretty safe to double shield this now. Because we're not going to be able to outpace them. What's going to happen is if they use another shield, then that's going to be great. Okay, fine. So we're just going to go all the way here and not swap. What's going to happen is they're going to bring us all the way down. They're going to take us out. They're going to be very low. We're going to bring in the Pangoro, farm a little bit. I do believe Pangoro, and hope they don't have a Charm User. Let's see how this works out. All right, that invisible counter is coming through and doing a ton of damage to the Pangoro. And something I didn't notice the first time around was the fact that this Typhlosion was actually going to have Shadow Claw. I didn't realize it at the moment, but then after a few seconds, like, wait a minute, I don't see any fire. Oh yeah, that's a Shadow Claw. Okay, it's not charging as fast. So we're swapping it to Talonflame to catch that. Very nice. Now from here on out, this is going to be very sloppily done with the Pangoro. But the thing magically pulls it off. So we go for Flame Charge. All right, their shields are down. We could have just went for Brave Bird, but nonetheless, we are getting that through. And here's the first mistake, going for close combat without building up to 2 for some reason. And by some miracle, they don't have superpower here. They're going to be hitting me with Body Slam, so they must have like Earthquake or something on that thing. Can't believe it. We have a close combat ready. For some reason, again, we go for Night Slash. Why are we doing the opposite of what we need to do with this thing? It's driving me nuts. And then we're able to quick move them down. We win, but a very sloppy win at that. So go figure, like towards the end of my video, my audio starts becoming clearer. You guys, it's driving me crazy. Sometimes I make a full video. I've learned to not do this anymore, but it still happens from time to time. I get like 15 minutes into it, check the audio, and it sounds muffled, like I'm talking through a pillow. You have no idea how furious I am. And sometimes I even come close to throwing my phone, but I'm like, don't do that. That's your life. That's your job. You can't throw your phone. You can't throw your boss. So we swap into our Pangoro to absorb a Sludge Bomb, and then it just gets taken out by Togekiss's Charm. I mean, what is it good for? Absolutely something. Just not something here. It's nothing right now. I love the Pangoro. I really do. I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to make it work even better than I did today. Or try something else. Anyways, we're farming them down. No shields. Okay. Alright, so at this point, I'm thinking that Gengar, they're going to throw it in here, expecting me to throw a charge move before they take me out or something. And perfect. Planned just as I suspected. Going for the Brave Bird to get that shield, and we're just going to go ahead and throw another one here. Swap into our Ninetales to do the old Killer Instinct combo breaker and take them out and take the win with the show taker Ninetales. That's always taking everybody's spotlight. On to the next battle here. Do believe we got about, maybe this is the last one. Okay, so there you have a Giratina swapping into a, oh boy, into a Gramble with Charm. So this is going to be another double Charming Giratina user, which, bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go. You got those double Charm. Bring it on. Bring on a triple Charm if you want. Okay. So they're going for Crunch. We're letting it go through. Fantastic. And they're bringing in that Giratina. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird. We did vamp up our attack, so I was expecting a shield. Yep, there it goes. And they're going to be farming us down. They're like, yeah, got rid of their fire type. Now my other Charm user can roam free. We're bringing in Pangoro. And they probably had a smile like, yeah, we're going to catch. They're not very... Oh, yeah. Okay, nice double Charm. All right, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Ninetales here and handle the business. All right. So we're going to go ahead and throw that Weather Ball. Getting their last shield. Great. Getting to another one here. This Ninetales is just going to demolish this Togekiss here. So they really do pair up pretty well with Pangoro, the Talonflame, and Ninetales. Bringing back the Giratina. Going for the Dragon Claw, not very effective. And they're like, whoa, he hasn't even used the shield. I'm done here. If you did enjoy this video, folks, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on. And remember, Pangoro is good. And I will be bringing you some more battles using it. Thank you for watching and take care, trainers.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!